Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Lite, the normal. I'm going to turn that down just for a second. There we go. Pardon me. So let's start that again a bit more professionally. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Lite, the Friday afternoon or Friday lunchtime hour-long break where we play some video games and chill and just take a moment to not be working and just to relax. My name is Cennamo-Smith. I am a author of crime and fantasy. This is my channel where we just take a little break. Very little to do with any actual writing or anything like that, but if you are interested in reading some cool stories, there is a link in the description below to a Patreon account where I have a monthly short story and a monthly series, as well as some digital books for availability. You'll see my hair. Oh, dearie me. And so yeah, if that's the sort of thing you're interested in, you're welcome to check it out down below. Or if you're here for some farming, well, have I got the stream for you? So, as you can probably guess, why are you telling me that you're looking at Steam? Why are you not looking at Stardew Valley? There we go. Oh well. Let's try that again. So yeah, as you can tell, we're going to be revisiting a bit of Stardew Valley. Oh, you can't see that. Probably just a little bit out of frame there. That's better. And just sort of still getting to grips with new equipment and new setups and whatnot. So, but in the meantime, let's head back to the farm. I can't remember when the last time we visited the farm was. As I've been doing lots of different things, and it's not always the same thing on Fridays. It's a nice little mix-up. If you're part of the Patreon, you get to choose. After every stream, there will be a little vote going up to see who wants what. I can't even remember what I'm doing. Or okay, apparently I was doing something with coal. Oh, pardon me. Right. Oh, my. There's a lot going on. Oh yeah. In the interim, I got a dog. I've forgotten all of the controls. Pet dog. Pet cat. Yeah. The farm's changed an awful lot since the last time. We're a lot busier. Everything's going. Eggplant parmesan. Do we have any eggplants? Well, I guess we'll find out. What is George from? Fried eel. Oh no, he doesn't want a fried. He's just giving me a recipe. Sweet. Ooh, everyone's giving me recipes. Escargot. Oh. Sashimi. I think I've needed that recipe for a while now. Don't know if I made it great. I've got batteries though, and I've got some corn. Oh me, oh my. So yeah, let's do a little tour on the farm as we do the pickup. Today's going to be a chill day. I think I'm not going to do anything excessive because there's no point planting anything because the season changes tomorrow. It's the middle of summer. None of you are ready. Need to scythe you, and I'll do that later because I don't want to. Oh, got some tomatoes. It'll be becoming very productive on the farm. Very self-sustaining, and I can't remember what I have for next year. Yeah, I've got a nice little orchard sprouting up over here. What are you? I think I put you there for a reason. As I say, the problem is with Stardew, especially if you've not visited for a while, is you've forgotten how to do everything. You've forgotten why everything was there. You've reached a new level of understanding. Oh, sweet. Coffee. Right, let's go and deal with the animals, of which we now have. Yes. Come on up. I'm just sitting there pouring up my leg. My supervisor is here. Oh, my supervisor just tripped over a pizza box. Which is always entertaining. Alright, now we give love to all the animals, not in that way. We have automated the farm somewhat. Have I given everybody some love? So, in case you're curious about the names of any of these animals are all named after book characters in my book. Or my book series, because there's a few of them now. Right, so that's everybody given love to. Let's just claim everything here. Nope. Not getting a lot out of. Oh, is that a truffle? Truffle? No, that's. Go out of the way, Xerxes. Or Zeus, sorry, not Xerxes, that's not how you spell Xerxes. Which eggs would go? Oh, phew. Space for everything. Everything is. We're doing quite well. If I do say so myself. What are you? You're a squash. Okay. Can I get some sap? Keep an eye on my orchard. It's getting a little bit out of control. Right. So, welcome to the brewing room. Right. Let's. No, I do not want to eat hops. Inventory full. Oh no. Inventory is full. Okay. So we have a thing for this. So we're going to dump all of those. I need the milk in a second. Dump those. Anything that's got a star on it, basically, I pop in. That's fruit based. Anything else just gets sold as it is because it's not worth the hassle. Right. Okay. So first things first, right? I probably should do the milk and whatnot. Milk goes over here. Over here. That's a truffle. Eggs. Right, so now what do we need? Let's go and get some. Oh yeah, I forgot to get rid of that. Right, let's do some more beer because beer is good. And let's do some. What should we have? Pickled. Let's just grab some gold. Stuff that's gold. Can pop in there. First off, we want the hops. So we're going to grab beer. We're going to replace beer with beer. Okay, now we want tomatoes. Okay, I'll come round again. I think I did something wrong here, but everything's constantly moving, so I haven't had a chance to fix anything. Just like, the organisation is not where I would like it to be. Right there, I had a truffle somewhere. I think that's everything we can do here today. And then we go over to here, so we pop it in, got some beer, got some honey, and let's dump the stuff there. I don't need an emerald, I don't know why. Why do I might have that. Here's the thing, I've forgotten why I have so many things. So that's all you dealt with. I'm not going to bother planting anything for just a day. Let's pop. That in there. You can go in there just for fun. Because I haven't got any cabbages stowed. This is pretty much, yeah. So yeah, this is the farm. I'm not entirely sure what I have left to do to actually just go out on some nice day today, keeping it pretty chill. Trying to keep it down. I don't know what that seed is and I can't remember. I think I planted that. Oh, it's been so long. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what we've got for what our seed supply is looking like, because we're a bit minted. So this is for, I haven't done cactus, cauliflower is spring, summer and fall. So we could get some more, we could put some more corn up, but the corn's still there, so that's all right. That's spring, we're in summer, I think. Are we in summer? Might check my calendar. No. I have a calendar in here. We are in summer, okay, so we need to see what we have ready for fall and what we're running out of. So just getting ready for the next coming year. So for fall, what have we got? Need to organise these better. Could do with some more fertiliser. Beets. So beets are fall. Fall. Okay, so basically just need to go and get a ton. I might pop those out. Do some sunflowers because they are summer and fall, so they're not going to die on me if I put them out now. And sunflowers are always good to have around. Got me bait. Where is the storage for everything? It's almost like this isn't my house. I don't know what I'm doing. My batteries go in there. Wood goes back in there. Emeralds in there for some reason. No, I had an emerald. Why did I have an emerald? What jobs do I have? Starfruit? No idea. Skull Cavern? I still have no idea where. Oh, I need to make some sashimi for Pierre. I'm sure he'll be happy with that. So let's make some sashimi. There we go. Nice and easy. Let's load up the fridge with absolutely everything. Right. Where is Balakwa? Where is my horse? Come on. Yeehaw! Look at that cowboy life. There's no music, I've just realised. Hang on a second. Let's have I turn the music off. That's better. There we go. So it's not as quiet and condescending. Not condescending, what's the word? Eerie? I don't know. And huzzah! I'll just park my horse here. Hop round to Pierre's, and ta-da! There's your sashimi, good sir. Why you couldn't make that yourself, I don't know, and why you're paying $1,000 for sashimi, I'm not going to complain. I should have taken stock of what I have. Let's just, for the sake of ease, let's just buy 10 of everything. 9 should probably be the ideal, because I'm doing things in groups of 9, so... I wish there was a better way of keeping inventory. These are full, so yeah, let's just buy 50 of these. Oh, I went a bit too far. Oh well, that'll do. 71. 9. 9. 9. Pop starter. I know I've got some pluses. Don't need grass starters. I think we are good for everything else. I can make almost everything else. I need to check what plants I've got. So, well, I think I've got a pomegranate. I think I've got an apple. I think I've got most things that I actually need. Can I make anything at the moment? Oh, I can make fertilizer. There we go. Free fertilizer, quality fertilizer. Oh, that's what I needed. Never mind. Oh well, que sera. Oh, sorry. How come you? How come they can walk through each other and I can't? Right, let's see how we are doing socially. Oh yeah, don't question that. Couldn't decide. I think I've decided. I think I'm going to go with Abigail though, but I like Leah's storyline. I usually play Leah, so I'm going to go for Abigail this time. I think. I still can't stand her. Where are we going? What do we have to do? We've got no real quests that need to be done or taken care of. Just do a spot of let's just loot everything. Pop it all off and then head back to the farm because lunchtime. It's gone lunchtime. Okay. Come on, Balakwa. Let's go. Oh, this horse can't fit through tiny gaps. Curse you, a really large horse. Oh. Maybe we should head off to the Skull Cavern. And I like doing the cavern stuff in the winter because there's not really much else you can do. I'll put you back in your stables. He's a good horse. Demand nothing of me. plenty of everything, but you can never be too sure. Is that really good deluxe speed grow? I need to make more quality fertilizer, so ideally I need more sap, which is why all those trees have been tapped. Yeah. Let's go pop everything back down there. I'm basically stocking up so that throughout winter I can still sell stuff, even though I'm producing absolutely nothing because farm is not farming. There we go. Nice and easy. How are my fish doing? Oh, that's what I can do. Get 8 of these guys. So I know some fish aren't exactly the most profitable of fish, but I think I can get one more. There we go. Yeah, I know they're not exactly the most profitable of creatures, but what they do is breed like crazy, which means I can. Do I have sap in here? Yeah, I got loads of sap, and I got my fish. So what I can do is just make some nice. Stop putting that away, and that's in case I see. What it means I can do is make some nice quality fertilizer. There we go. And that's why I keep the fish around. I suppose I could make a second pond next to it to manage resources and double everything up, but we'll see. Farm's already getting quite crowded. I wish this organised into like spring, summer, autumn. That would be helpful. Right. Okay, let's do community centre. What do we need? We need a pumpkin. That's all we're missing from the community centre now, and then we can unlock their kitchen and deal with that. So, you know what? For the sake of giggles, let's go and see if what's her face is there. If the can't remember the new word for her because can't say the other one. What's her name? The mystical lady. Is she here? No. Curses. Well, what we can do is get some nice hardwood, and what we can do is slash up some slimes. Oh, we've got some fiddlehead ferns and some mushrooms, keeping this nice and cool. Da -da -da. Yeah, it's just a chill day. So, how's everybody doing? Oh, sorry, just. Oh, there's somebody in chat. Hello, nice to see you. Why can I not make my chat window bigger? I can't see what's going on. What author are you? What are you doing? Hello, hello, Flatestream. Oh, since you have just joined us, say hello. My name is Cennamo-Smith. I am an author of crime and fantasy. There is a link in the description below if you want to have a look at some of my books. Or there's a monthly series on Patreon, which is also quite fun if you want to check that out. Yeah, and today we are farming. We are Stardew Valleying, keeping things nice and chill for a lunchtime stream. Apologize, I will keep better eye on the chat. And just for some reason it was minimized and I just saw it blinking. There we go. I don't need that one so much. I need to organize my screen better. Yeah, let's do that. That should be okay. Apologies for the place flame. Okay. Right, everything seems to be working now. Apologies. Don't intend to ignore people, just wasn't paying attention. Oh, what's in there? What have we got? I don't come to the ancient forest very often. So yeah, we're just keeping it chill. Ooh, I don't need the perfect fish, I need the treasure. Are you trying to complete the community? Yes, I am very much trying to complete the community centre. I've played several playthroughs of I'll not say Farmview Valley, that's not what this game's called at all. I have played several games of this on various different devices. Strangely, this is the game I've probably bought and played the most of out of everything. And I've never completed the community centre, not on a single playthrough, so I'm very much trying to do it this time. I think it needs to be done. I'm assuming it's part of the end goal of the game. I don't know. Never gotten that far. So we shall find out. I took 2 business days to notice. I'm sorry. So, to be honest, don't usually get a lot of people in chat. It's usually very, very quiet in here. And you're over. I'm gonna move you from over here to over here so I can see you out of the corner. See you better. Where are you going? You can go there. And this can pop over there. I need to organise my stream better and have a better pop out for chats. There we go. I will get better at this at some point, but today is not that day. There we go. Okay, 2 business days is not a bad delivery rate. Especially from England at the moment. Oh, it's getting... How is it already 8 PM? How has that occurred? Right, let's get back on the horse. Not done anything productive today, so... Just waiting for winter. I apologise, Flay's Flame. I will try and be better at that. Like I say, not used to having anyone here. Listen, I appreciate you being here, so hello. Right. Are you a farm... I keep trying to call this Farmville Valley. I've played this game too much to not know what I'm playing. Are you a Stardew Valley player yourself? Can you give me any tips on it? Is it worth completing the community centre? What happens? Or is that spoilerific? So how long do you take to write your book? Start to finish. Oh, from start to finish. Okay, I don't know. Why am I fishing? Let's pause that. From start to finish, for writing publishing, the first one I started writing during the pandemic. So yeah, 2020, and I published it the following year. So it took me about 8 months to write it, a couple of months to do editing, and then it was designing covers and maps. So I've done the entire thing is 100% self-designed, self-built, self-written, self-published, the whole shebangs. And I'm currently released 3 books. There is a 4th one coming out this summer. I'm averaging a book a year, so not too bad. If you'd like some opinions that aren't mine, because obviously I'm going to say you should get it, it's really good. There's a Goodreads review that's really good, and there's some great reviews on Amazon. So if that's your thing, it's a detective fantasy series, so yeah, feel free to check it out. If you don't like it, that's also fair. We're all entitled to our opinions. So what are we doing? I looked into like going via actual publishing agencies, and there was always find an agent, which is a pain. Then there was fines, various other things. So it was like try and contact like mainstream publishers, try and contact agencies, and more often than not, you hear nothing for weeks at a time. So instead of hanging around and waiting for somebody to tell me my book was okay to publish, I decided to publish it and let the public just make that decision for me. It's an easier way of doing it, I think. Either it was going to be successful or it wasn't. Regardless, I was going to keep writing. Nice. Congratulations. What are you writing, Flame? What is your genre of choice? I also don't know how long the delay is, but I think there might be a 30-second delay on what I'm reading and what I'm saying, so that might also be attributing to the 2 business days of response. Why did I just pickaxe my bed? Right. Ooh, space opera. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Sci-fi is a fantastic genre. It is one of my favourites. Personally, I am a huge fan of Firefly, Andromeda, Farscape, all of those sorts of things. Yeah. Oh, my favourite one, which is one I find much underrated, is I'm gonna. Well, not a sponsored stream by any such thing, but I don't think enough people have seen Killjoys, and not enough people own DVDs anymore. Killjoys is fantastic if you like sci-fi weird stuff. But yes, a space opera sounds like a lot of fun. I don't think the last sci-fi thing I read was, what's his name? I'm gonna wander off stream. Tim Lebon. Do like his stuff. Heretic and Lost City, and not Lost City, Echo City. Very good books. Okay, urchins, sweet. Why is everyone sending me posts today? Like 10 o'clock. Oh, we're doing the jellies tonight. Okay. How far along in your writing journey are you, sir? I say, sir, madam, I apologise. I didn't ask. So please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm always happy to be corrected about absolutely anything. Oh, fish. When I was reading Logan, that finally gave me the push that, oh, wait, I might like writing here. Yeah, that makes sense. So, Tolkien, I am not going to deny in any way stretch of the imagination that Tolkien was not a fantastic writer and a brilliant mind, because there's no denying that. But I never finished Lord of the Rings. I just couldn't get into the books. The books I did not enjoy at all, but the films are nice. They were short and easier to read. I don't know whether it to be an answer to find me. Or something else. Yeah. Yeah, I've spent an awful lot of my life doing art-based stuff. All of my entire career base outside of writing has been 3D design, 3D artist sort of stuff. And yeah, work in that dries up pretty quickly, especially during a pandemic, especially during any kind of economic crisis. People suddenly don't want to pay for artists to do stuff, especially when they use AI to do it for them and then think it's just as good. But that's another opinion entirely. Oh, crunch. I need better posture. Oh, mushrooms. I think one of my favourites fantasy writers, if you're familiar, is David and Lee Eddings. They wrote a fantastic fantasy series called the Belgariad, and then the Malorian. It's all the same series, but there's 2 separate pentologies, is it? If there's 5 of them, pentology. And yeah, they are fantastic. I would much rather read those over Tolkien any day. What are we doing? Eggs. Do we have truffles? We do have a truffle. Only 1 truffle. Do we have? Is mushroom oil a thing? Let's make some beer. Let's make some. Yeah, that is definitely a good sign that you are a writer or want to be a writer, especially if you can just pump out essays. So, and especially if it's an essay you want to write, I think that's the biggest difference that people don't understand. There's a difference between wanting to be a writer and being able to write. Because people that I have known people especially at uni and college and school, who could pump out 10,000-word essays about any subject at all. Personally, could never do that because I had no interest in it. So if you ask me to write a 5,000-word essay on anything, or any kind of school history related subject, if I don't find interesting, that's not happening. If you sit me alone in a room with a laptop, I can pump out 20,000 words without blinking, and that's a lot of fun.
I should stop making fan stories and make a story meant for me.
Well, fan stories is a good place to start, especially for getting people interested in things, because people are quicker, I've noticed, to jump onto fan fiction because it's either a series or a genre or an area that they are familiar with, and once they kind of start seeing the fanfic stuff, they go looking for what else you write, and I go, oh, that's interesting, and then it's kind of moving over that way. So yeah, fanfic. If you've got a load of fanfic stuff, publish that somewhere. I would highly recommend. I'm assuming you're doing that already. But yeah, if you like your fan stories, put them out. If they're, again, it's a question of, do you enjoy them? Chances are, other people are. There are 8 billion people in this world. At least one of them's got to enjoy it. And if one other person enjoys your stories, in my opinion, that is enough. So, I think one of the biggest questions I got when I started writing from friends and family was, what if no one buys your first book? And I said, what does it matter? I'm already writing the second one. You've got to do it for you, because if you're not doing it for you, there's no point. That's a safe assumption. Everyone nowadays wants spicy or smutty short stories, which are dull. There's the internet for all that sort of stuff. If that's what you're interested in, books should be something else. Yeah, I like the what if a main character in a series died, what would the story be then? I don't think I ever, because I got carried away doing other stuff. I have a Tiny Human, and Tiny Human is obsessed, as they all are, with Frozen. I have probably seen that film more in the last couple of years than I had ever intended to the point where it's like that scene in I Am Legend where Will Smith starts quoting Shrek because it's the only thing he's watched for ages. I can do that with Frozen, and it drives me wild. But I started, just off the back of that, writing a little short story of what if they'd successfully killed Elsa. Like Hans and those two blokes had successfully killed her, and it turned into a little Frostpunk apocalypse story, which was fun, but never got around to finishing it. I might return to that. Thank you for reminding me. That was good fun. Yeah, no, there's far too much spice and smut writing out there, in my opinion, because it seems to be, oh, let's make a quick buck, let's get everybody interested because, oh, it's smutty, it's unique, it's different. No, it's not. If everyone's doing it, it's not unique, it's not different, it's just, yeah, just literary porn. Oh, that sounds interesting. That reminds me of, it's not exactly the same. I'm not saying this is a stolen idea or anything like that. That's a very nice idea. I like it. If you want some kind of inspirational reading for that, I would recommend, and I'm going to get up and get it. It's alright. Runs to a bookshelf. Heretic Land. The Heretic Land by Tim Lebon. It's not the same, as it's not based in space in the slightest. but it is about two warring nations with completely opposed theology, and how that affects the history of this island. So it's quite interesting. It's a bit more fantasy based, but yeah, check it out. Put it back in the shelf. But yeah, I like the sound of that. If you ever get around to publishing it, send me a message. I want to read it. Another odd thing I've discovered from since I started looking into actual publishing stuff is for indie authors, I now much prefer to buy their audiobooks because I know what the cost difference is between an audiobook and a physical book. So if you're a big famous author, I will buy your paperback because you've got a company funding all of that. If you're an indie author, send me a link to your ebook and I will buy that because you get 100% of those profits. There's no printing costs, nada. So that's all straight, and I much prefer that. So yeah, please, whenever you get around to publishing it, let me know. That sounds awesome. Oh, we have melons. Are these melons? Yes, melon. Don't eat the melon. It's going to be a trilogy. It's going to be fun. Political impact and place of a cool place cool word similar to Fallout. Oh, we could brainstorm this. A cool word similar to Fallout. Bethesda, no. But that would be a fun pun. Okay, that does sound interesting. So yeah. Definitely keep me updated on that one. I would love to see where it leads to. Do not eat the corn. Never eat your own supply. That's the saying, right? What is a cool word similar to Fallout? Reckoning? No. Aftermath? Collision course impact aftermath? Have I given enough? I have. I've entirely forgotten what I'm doing in this. That was a fun day. I like the fact that this game has absolutely no consequences. The worst it does is I don't make any money today. But hey ho. Let's just keep it chill. Right, and everything else is getting sold. Yeah, you got time. If you're writing a trilogy and that's the third book, you don't need the title anytime soon. Let's make some more fertilizer. Oh, I'm going with a fish. That's fine. It's Jelly Festival tonight, isn't it? What do I need? Do you need to take anything to Jelly Festival? Stay hydrated. And yes, that is a craft of water by me. I promise it's not vodka. No. Ooh, roasted hazelnuts. Sounds awful. Not a fan of hazelnuts. Okay. What can we do? What do we need? I don't really need anything. I'm just waiting now for tomorrow so I can buy pumpkin seeds. Let's just go for a wander. Oh, what's this? Suspected spam. Goodbye. How long did it take to find my book's cover? My name. I can't remember. I think I wanted something that was going to sound like a good series name. So my series is called Mortseals Lost and Found. Subtitle. So it's like this is the thing. So I wanted it not to be similar to Harry Potter, but to have that kind of thing where it's like this is the name of the book, and then they're all so the series is Mortseals Lost and Found. That takes the primary. It's called Mortseals because that's the surname of the character. It's called Lost and Found because the character runs a detective agency inside a tavern. It's like this is the Lost and Found room. They just happen to take it, and yeah, it's the silliest reason, but I wanted it to be something that had like that da-dumph. So it's like Mortseals Lost and Found, and then you've got subtitles. So the first one is the One-Armed Wizard, then you've got Noble Pursuits, and the most recent one is the Heart of Winter. So like I'm still. The main title was very quick. I think it came as soon as I wrote the character's name out. I just had oh, that's a good name for the story, and then the subtitles take a bit longer because that changes throughout writing the story. I say again, my fourth one is coming out this year. I don't know the title yet. I've got 4 titles that I'm umming and ahhing over, and I cannot decide. There's one that I really want, but I'm pretty sure it's copyrighted, and I don't want to have that issue. So the last thing I want is to get a copyright strike on an entire book series because of one title. But yeah, it's one of those. I don't. Yeah, it's a pain. It's difficult to find out copyright information on names of things. I don't want to seem like you're ripping off somebody else's work, but the work that it's yeah. Stop umming and ahhing about it. The pun phrase is "murder most foul," and the main plot point is a bird person gets murdered. That was also how I started writing the story. I was thinking of silly pun names, and that came up, and the entire story came up with that one pun. So, because it's when you're doing this sort of thing, you need to find a victim first, and then work out how they died. Why am I going through bins? This isn't Zelda. I really don't know what I'm doing. Just wandering around today, just killing time until Jelly Festival, and then let's go find Abigail. It's been nice. Let's pick some more flowers whilst we're at it. Just need a pumpkin because I want the greenhouse. Go check this out. Yeah, Pelican Town, almost completely finished. Got all my fish. I just need you, and then for some reason I can't open this room. Taking one minute. I think it's first draft is finished. I'm reading it as it's passable. Yeah, that is a fair critique when you read through your first draft. You just go through and go, yeah, I could do better. You always think that. The problem, especially when it comes to editing your own works, is you always think you can do better. So you've got to get to a point where. I think my first book I did 7 edits of, 7 total revisions of the full book. Not the full book, like changing sections and mixing and matching. And I had a couple of people reading it and telling me what they thought, which is a good place to go to. But you can edit and edit and edit and edit for eternity and never release anything. Whereas if you're editing it to a point where at least one other person, get some my beta readers out there, are reading it and looking, going, no, I enjoyed this, then it's good enough. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. As long as it's good enough that people are enjoying it, you can then build off of that and then work and work and work. So I think my first book had 7 final revisions. The second book had 4. The third one was down to 2 edits, and then I got, at that point, I hired a professional editor who gave everything a once over, and she was fantastic. And this one now, I'm on the second draft, and I'm happy with it. My bay readers are happy with it. I just need to get to my actual editor now, so she can give it a once over and a clean up and make it good, or make it grammatically correct and correctly formatted, because I'm terrible at those sorts of things. But yeah, taking a break from it is good, so you come back with a fresh head, not overthinking everything as much, because overthinking is the absolute death of creativity. Get some berries. There's meant to be gold panning in this now, and I've never actually seen like the shimmer or shine for gold panning. I do love that Concerned Ape is still updating this game. Like, very well done. Since I wrote the chapters, I think it was like reading science, but yeah, it's just any other book. Yeah, that's a fair critique. Yeah. I think I'm not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I have been, again, like you said, take that break from your work, so you come back at it with a bit of a fresh mind, so it's like you're reading someone else's work. And I have occasionally just started chuckling, going, "Oh yeah, I'm very funny," which is, it's strange because you've forgotten what you've written, and like maybe it was something that you came up with in the moment that hadn't planned, which happens a lot when you're writing things, and you just forget it's there. It just gives you a little chuckle. I'm not sure if that's blowing your own trumpet too much, but I find it quite entertaining just to go, "Oh yeah." So, out of curiosity, how many chapters is your or your first draft of book 1? I assume. Got now to do. Let's go to the bus stop. Let's just empty out our supplies because everyone's going to a party soon. We should plant some. That's what I forgot to do. I forgot the wheat doesn't grow back. So the second I get the greenhouse, I will be filling it with the stuff that's automatically refreshing. Ooh. Yeah. Pardon me. Yeah, again, entirely fair. I think spending too long describing things is definitely a fallback of a first draft. You kind of look through it and go, I didn't need to explain everything in so much detail. It made sense. You don't need to like go on to like finding out new names for the days and different ways of saying things. You don't have to write an entire new language, is what I'm saying. God bless Tolkien for doing it, but it doesn't need to be done. Christ, yeah. Oh, I could have gone to Gus. To organise things a bit better. Oh, no, you go there. I can ditch that grape. Don't need a grape. give anyone love today? Pops. Everyone had love, apart from Horse, because Horse doesn't want love. Hello, you. Speaking of giving animals some love, what do you want? You've already had lunch. Are you coming in to steal some more of mine? Ooh. Ooh. Got some story. Finishing off the stream with a bit of... I'm not going to read this out. I'm not a voice actor. What have you got stuck in your tail, little one? We can't. If word got out, it could undermine my position as authority in town. Of just how green someone's yard was. How fancy is this yard? If it is literally just a patch of grass, that's amazing. The fact that you wrote an entire page of how green someone's yard is. But yeah, again, can sympathise. You've got to get to the point. Oh yeah, so just a seed. You come up. You come and say hello to people. No? He's going to run around my legs. Yeah, if you just want, you've got to find that nice thing with explaining it enough that people get it and see the picture that's in your mind, but not so far that people are falling asleep as you count the leaves on a daffodil. That is great. I like that, of how green someone's yard is. That's tickled me entirely. That has nice. You care too much about your job, Lewis. There are other things in life, you know. But yes, I understand. I guess we'll have to keep us a secret. Go for it. Nick, you overheard everything, didn't you? Yes, and I'm going to tell everyone. Does it matter? Does it really matter if the mayor's getting his rocks off? She's not underage, that's better than most mayors. People in politics is not... Run away. Don't get involved in other people's drama. And now I'm back over here. Teleportation is fun. Oh me, oh my. That's it. I am... Cool. I will read them in a second. Just need to give some love. No, I'll go to a creepy forest, right? Sorry. Right, that is cool. Getting inspiration from previous you. One of the biggest things that pops up, because I don't like, if I'm writing something, like, very often I'll forget a word or not be in the mood to write something. And on one of my current whips, which is a prequel to my main series, I'm doing a little side story about the gods and how they came into existence. Because one of the things that came from a Kickstarter I did was a deck of tarot cards based on the gods, and I started writing about it and doing a little booklet, and then that got me thinking of this is just what people know, but what actually happened, and started writing that. And I was trying to come up with like the divine titles of all the gods because they need to. And the last two gods I just couldn't think of anything, so what it says gods. So the actual note just says in bracket, think of cool name here, and then in the next god's name it says think of a better cool name here, and that was it. There was an entire, again on a similar note to you, there was an entire section of my third book that's just come out that's simply said in the first draft, write cool speech, and that was it. And then couldn't be bothered to think of anything and came back and wrote it a few months later. Take a break. Yeah, that can be fair. It's like having a constant battle and political stuff can be mentally draining, especially given current climates of the way the world is going. Jesus. Yeah, and it's taking something nice and cool, but again, you don't want it to be so much of a change of pace that it's kind of detracts from the previous one. You want it to still be within theme. You don't need to go too far one way, if that makes sense. Maybe some of the stuff you've got planned for your next book, try sprinkling into the first one, if that, just to try and break everything up a little bit. So that way it just slows the pace down, which can be good enough. Again, good enough's a good theme to go for. Alright, and it is nearly 1 o'clock, which means I have to... Oh, okay, I misunderstood entirely. You want to take a break from doing this series and do something else entirely. Fair. Very fair, and then you can go back to doing your sequel. Yeah, cool. Yeah, again, better, and it's a good way to show your range. Oof. But yeah, let's finish off with a nice jelly festival. Launch your boats. And then I'm going to have to get back off because that's the end of my lunch break. Come on, show me the jellies. Every year this happens in this game, I forget that it's just tiny jellies and think that like initial glow, like this bit, is one massive jellyfish coming up and there's some kind of Cthulhian nightmare. Which could also be fun, that'd be a nice twist. So suddenly takes a hard shift into, was it Dirge? The Lovecraftian fishing game? Not played that, but I've heard it's good. Get nice and chill. You say you doubt you can compete with them. There's going to be everyone's taste and everyone's writing style is completely different. So you're never competing. This is the thing. You're never competing with anybody. You're writing your story. Right? If you think of it entirely as a competition, none of us are ever going to beat Stephen King. None of us are ever going to beat Tolkien, and he's dead. Don't compete. Just write your story. If you enjoy it, there is a good. If we look at humanity as a whole, and if there's you and maybe one or two other people that you know that enjoy your book, there is a good chance that at least 1% of the population is going to enjoy it. And 1% of 8 billion people is a big number, and that's enough. And again, even if it's a small amount, maybe even only a few hundred people, which would still be amazing, even if only 10 people enjoy your book and read it and are inspired by it or moved by it, that is enough, I would say personally. Because you've reached out, you've given somebody entertainment, you've given somebody something to think about, you've given something that inspired them. Maybe somebody picks up your book, reads it, and is inspired to write. And again, they wouldn't see you as they shouldn't see you as competition, as just as inspiration. It's not about competing with each other. It's about supporting each other and making a community. The second we start competing with each other, then we're never going to beat anybody who has an actual publishing house. We're never going to beat anybody who is immediately taken and snapped up by Random House or Penguin. So don't compete. That's my advice. Anyway,
we'll end on this comment. We're already having so many battles. I don't want to write even more war or too much action.
I want to save it up for Binary Impact. Yep, that's fine. Spread it out. give it some interesting. If you've got multiple characters, take a little side skew into something. Even in war, there is peace. Even in the middle of battles, even if we look at, if we can go historically, in the middle of World War II, there was one night in the middle of World War II in winter where England and Germany came together to play football. So that was a small amount of peace in the middle of war. You can have something similar to that. So yeah, in the middle of a battle, there is a ceasefire called, and the two sides come together, even briefly, for one night of some kind of cultural exchange or something, which just shows that these are all just people doing what they have to for their nations. Oh, that's my advice. Anyway, it is now gone 1 o'clock, and I am going to be late. So thank you for coming and sticking around and chatting. Again, this has been Lite Byte. This happens every Friday at 12 o'clock UK time, because that's when my lunch break is. Every week it'll be something different. I don't know what next week's game is going to be. It might be some Stardew again. It might be something that's, I don't know. I've got some games that I need to complete. Stardew Valley is good, though.
An idea just to go writing it.
Oh, that sounds quite full. Right. Take care, Flash Flame. Again, just to do my sign off, even though there's only 2 of us here, that's still more than usual. My name is Cennamo-Smith. If you like this stream, give it a like, subscribe, that would be great. If you're into some fantasy and crime stuff, there's some links below to a Patreon and my website and Instagram, where you find lots of fun things there. The Patreon has a monthly series called The Rat King of London, which is about hyper-intelligent rats living under Victorian London. So it's slightly historically accurate and slightly not. There is also a monthly short story that appears. This one, which will be coming on Monday. So yeah, every week there's something. Every couple of weeks there's something, and every Friday there's this stream. So there's lots going on. If you sign up for the highest tier, you get all 3 of my ebooks included, which is a pretty great deal in my opinion. Anyway, thank you for coming. Take care.